Hello there, it's me, Sari here again, and today I'm here with an update of that scrap haul that I showed you yesterday. I've actually had the time to make a couple of clean and simple cards, and with this one I have used the Spellbinders Captivating Squares dies. They look like this. So I have used the biggest one and the second biggest, and I did I'll show them in the previous video, and then I also had die cut this pine needle border. Pretty fascinating, isn't it? And this one is from Memory Box and the other one is from Spellbinders, and I just made it really easy, clean and simple, and it's a regular card like so. And I like the way the colors combine well together, and I really like this pine needle die cut over there. And then I just felt like making it really simple with this Starry Wreath die. It's from Memory Box also. And this one really cuts nicely. I have used a 300 gram watercoloring paper there. No problems whatsoever die cutting it. And afterwards I actually did some dry embossing with those Spellbinders tan mats, and I actually can see a little star indentation in there. I kept it simple, as I'm telling you. It's just a little bit of baker's twine down here. I made 2 holes in the spine so I can actually run it through like so, and I put a couple of three half pearls there just to pick up the redness down here. I'm not sure if I'm finished with this one yet. I might put in a sentiment here or perhaps hang something down here. So I might not be ready with this card as yet. And that one is for next year anyway, so there's no rush. And then I felt like going for those fantastic squares yet once more from Spellbinders, the Captivating Squares. I like them a lot. And first off I started die cutting this one. What I have found out though is that the seam isn't cutting properly, so I have to enforce it with a hook or a needle of some kind. You really need to do something with this because it doesn't work by itself, and I have, as I can see, forgotten to actually complete it here. But I'm using a sort of dentist's hook, and this one, it really helps me with several things, especially if I'm going to poke out some things from a die and such. So I did die cut 3 of the shapes in that die set, and the smallest here I have stamped something on with a stamp from Vilda Stamps. This one says Julhälsningar, which means Christmas wishes. And I put a bit of baker's twine there. I actually glued it down so it would actually have those tails pointing downwards, whereas for this one I haven't completed it. This one is just really giving me a hard time now, isn't it? I'm not sure if I could make it work just by manipulating it like so, but it's better to just put a little bit of glue there so it will actually stay in place. And then I put this on a craft card base. It's a ready die cut piece of paper from Paper Mania, I think, and fitting envelopes to go with it, of course. And you can see that there's a difference in the color of these craft papers. I do like these. I like them when they are sturdy and really help me out. So let's see, I'm here to show you some new dies and stamps. I recently discovered that they actually have stamps also at Memory Box. And why I started looking into these was because I have seen some beautiful examples on Pinterest and on the internet for that matter when it comes to different kinds of circles and dies. I saw somebody making something similar to this one, having used a wreath that you can put around this. Then you can die cut that circle, put it on a card and just make some magic with it. So I bought 2 of these. This one is called, let's see, City Globe, and that one is called Evergreen Snow Globe. And of course there is a die which is called Snow Globe if you would like to go for that look also. And then I got myself 2 snowflake dies. This one is from Poppy Stamps, whilst this one is from Memory Box. This one is called Anna Snowflake. It looks like that. And this one is called Lindemann Snowflake. A really delicate one there. And I have seen some people using these nets. This one is called Garden Lattice. And I'm thinking that if I were to have this one in the background, and let's say I would have a shape or something, and this card base were to be bigger, I could actually have it running across like so, and it would absolutely give me create a little bit more interest on that, to that card. I also couldn't resist this one. This is pretty big. It doesn't show you the complete picture here, but it goes all the way over there. And with this one I'm actually going to try to dry emboss it. I'm not going to die cut it. Instead of just putting the die facing down, facing up or down, let's see if I can show you what I mean. Let's see if I can make it work. You have to bear with me a little bit because I haven't prepared for this at all. Just came to think about what I wanted to do with it and started filming, and you see, here I am. So this is the die as it looks, and I'm just going to take out my magnetic plate and I'm going to go for my regular plate this time. And I'm going to put the regular plate there, and I have stripped off all the excess tab files there. I'm just going to keep that one there. So let's see if I can make it work. My thought is that I'm going to keep it like so, and I'm going to put it like so, and instead of just putting a cutting plate there, you know, this is going to be a bit tricky, I must say. I have to make it the other way. I can't make it work otherwise. So this is for experiment's sake. I'm going to put those there, and then I'm going to finish things off with another cutting plate. Let's see if I can make it work. Well, I cracked the plate. I did have here something when I did die cut something the last time I did. So actually this is the third set I'm breaking now. Perhaps it was a little bit too thick, but the result is still the same. I mean, it is magnificent, isn't it? So I could still try to figure out where I'm going to do the folding of this card. Just look at that beautiful pattern. And I don't have to do any die cutting with this one. I could of course do that, but this is a really magnificent way. So this is debossed, whilst this one is embossed, as I'm sure. But you can't really see the pattern there, can you? So you have to believe me that it is really nice looking. So it's a nice surprise, although I did break the plate. It wasn't fun, but that's something that goes with the territory, I suppose. So let's see, let's continue with what I've got here. Berry sprig. I have seen some other beautiful sprig thingies, but they were out of stock, so I had to settle for this. People have used them, perhaps die cut two of them in different colors, just put them a little bit askew on the card. A simple sentiment down here, easy peasy, card is ready. And here I've got something that's called Fluffy Feather. I did think first that I did have the two dies from Tim Holtz, but I still fancied this thickness or the broadness of this one. And then I got myself an elegant scroll work. I'm thinking that this one could be nice to have like so, and then a couple of flowers here and there. And frosty border, really nice looking, I think. I'm hoping it will cut nicely and that I'll be able to fasten it nicely as well. And when it comes to this one, I did have one of these wreaths in mind. Imagine having this leaping deer just jumping into that wreath or jumping out of it or something like that, just putting it on top of it. It's going to be nice, I'm hoping. And when it comes to this magnificent pine, first off, I didn't really think anything about this. I thought, what the this is, I'm not sure. But then I saw some cards made with it, and I saw people actually die cutting this one twice, I think, and mounting it together on this side after having scored it. Or perhaps they had just put it on top of each other and just lifted it up the other layer. In that way, actually, they could create some kind of a definition and height, and I like that effect. And then I couldn't resist this one. This one is called Peaceful Snowflake Frame Set. Just look at these beautiful dots here and everything. And I do believe that if you are going to cover these bits up later with flowers or something, you could actually use this all year round. You don't have to just settle for Christmas. So that's it from me with the dies and everything, and I'm glad that I have got started, and I just have to look at this once more. It really feels magnificent. So that's it from me. Bye bye.